If you're looking for a really yummy, warm comfort meal that's also vegan and vegetarian and gluten-free, watch this video. I'm gonna share a super quick, easy recipe that you and everyone in your family will love. Hey guys, it's Mona, and today's video is short and sweet. I actually don't often do just like recipe videos. It's usually a little bit more teaching or talking about the food specifically, but I kind of threw this recipe together the other day and it was so good that I felt like it deserved its own YouTube video, especially because it was warm and comforting and filling, and like I made it for family and I'm the only one who doesn't eat meat, and like everyone loved it. It was such a hit, so I thought I would share it with you guys. It is kind of like a take on eggplant parmesan, but it is vegan. Pardon this little paper towel makeshift Band-Aid I have right now. I literally just cut my finger and it won't stop bleeding, but it's okay. It's funny because in one of my recent videos, I talked about how I cut my thumb. I think it's because I've been cooking more and I'm not used to cooking this much, so I need to be careful with sharp knives. So careful with your knives, but this is a really simple recipe. It basically just uses eggplant, shredded cheese, a little olive oil, and some tomato sauce. That's all you need. If you want to put a little seasoning on there, you can throw a little nutritional yeast on there if you want, but we're basically just gonna carefully slice the eggplant. Now, there's one trick here that I like to do with this. I like to slice them long, like in longer pieces, and kind of slice them thin, because I really like this to be super gooey personally. And if you keep it like a little bit thicker, it obviously just keeps like a harder consistency. And I think the like gooey, melty cheese aspect of it really made it yummy. Another thing, even though the peel is what carries most antioxidants, this is a little bit tougher. So I usually don't use much of the peel. So I'm not getting all the antioxidants in this meal, but it's still a very healthy vegan meal. We're gonna kind of slice it like this and carefully slice this last one. If you want to cook eggplant the correct way, if you actually really want to prep this, you would slice them like this, put some sea salt and put them on paper towels and leave them for about 30 minutes. The salt draws out water, just like water follows salt, kind of why if you eat salty food, you hold on to water and you bloat. So this salt will draw out the extra water, and it kind of helps the eggplant have a little bit less of like a bitter flavor. I don't ever find it bitter, but this is like the proper way to cook it. So if you want to actually prep, do that. I'm just going to show you the quick way because keeping it real, this is how I do it. So you can take the peel off or keep it on, but I'm going to keep some of them on. Give me the option. This is about as thick as I'm cutting them, and I'm just going to kind of layer them onto this pan, which I will show you after I do a few. You could kind of have this as your main dish, or you could have it as a side dish. If you wanted to even get a little more creative with this, you could, throw in some spinach or some greens, whatever you want, but I'm just kind of showing you with the eggplant. I did mention this in another video I did about eggplant recently, but it is really great for reducing inflammation and helping with blood pressure. So if you want to make this meal for maybe your parents or significant other who maybe has high blood pressure and not even tell them that it's vegan, that's always kind of a fun thing to do because I swear they won't notice. So I've got one layer here, you can kind of see. There's no measuring necessary for this dish. It's like very easy. I would recommend maybe like a little bit of sauce or oil on the very bottom of the pan too, so that it doesn't stick, just something to kind of keep it liquidy there. So this brand of shredded cheese is really delicious. It's called BioLife. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the absolute cleanest. Like there's cornstarch and there's, a couple ingredients that aren't the best, but we don't always have to eat perfect. It is still vegan, so this is just kind of a yummy dish. There's lots of other vegan shredded cheese brands that might have different ingredients. This is just kind of what we had in the house, and the theme during quarantine is to not be picky. Okay. So I'm pretty generous with the cheese. You can see it's like a pretty good layer here. And now I'm gonna add the second layer on top. Some of them I'm putting this way and just kind of throwing on here. It really doesn't have to be perfect here. It's more so just having them be a little bit thin, like I said, so that they really cook nicely. We're basically done, and I've got the oven preheating at 350. Throw a little more sauce. You know, the last time I made this, I threw a little olive oil on there. This time I'm not going to. It's not super necessary. I think just a little, like, it's totally preference here. I like to mainly use it for the bottom of the pan too. And just make sure the sauce is obviously kind of covering everything. You could throw on like a little dried basil, a little Italian seasoning. A lot of recipes will kind of call for like a flour around the eggplant to fry it a little bit to make it crispy. I find that since I'm adding so much cheese, even though it's vegan cheese, like I like to just kind of keep it cleaner, and we're not really going for the crispiness, it's the gooiness. It tastes so good. Okay, so this is it. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for about 25 minutes. You honestly just check it, and with eggplant, it's like when it's the consistency you like, it's good. Sometimes I'll go to like a Japanese restaurant and they serve like cold eggplant, and it's a little bit tough for me. I don't like it that hard, so I like it really, really soft. So I probably overcook it a little bit, but that's just my preference. So if you want more of that gooey cheesiness, then cook it a little bit longer. As you can see, it's got a really nice gooey, like it's just, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good in here. Take a little bite. It's so good. You guys are gonna love this recipe. If you try it, let me know. If you try it with your own little variation, let me know. I love to hear your tips too in the comments. So kind of short and sweet video, quick recipe. If I kind of come up with a few more of these, I'll let you guys know. I have also been doing a healthy-ish variation on ramen noodles, which I think is a great quarantine food. You add a lot of veggies. So if you guys are interested in that one, let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.